NVIDIA is about to report earnings on February 25th, and the entire market is holding its breath. With a staggering 4.5 trillion market cap, the stakes have never been higher. Now, is NVIDIA about to send the AI sector into orbit, or are we looking at a classic sell the news event? Today we're breaking down the massive new Meta partnership, NVIDIA's $10 billion re-entry into China, and a critical shift in their portfolio that has everyone talking. But most importantly, we're doing our deep dive into the technicals to give you my price target on this stock. So if you're holding NVIDIA or looking to buy the dip, you cannot afford to miss this. Let's dive right in. Now, on February 17th, NVIDIA announced a massive multi-year strategic partnership with Meta. We're talking about millions of Blackwell and Rubin GPUs being deployed. This is not just a sale, it's the backbone of the next generation of AI infrastructure. But that's not all. The China market is back in play, as regulators have signaled that giants like Alibaba and Tencent can start ordering the H200 chips again. This represents a potential $10 billion initial opportunity that Wall Street might be underestimating. And for the smart money watchers, NVIDIA's latest 13F revealed that they've exited Applied Digital and established a large position in Intel. This pivot shows that NVIDIA is positioning itself even deeper into the semiconductor ecosystem. What do you think about the Intel move? Let me know in the comment sections below. Now, the Q4 earnings preview and financials is that if you look at the numbers, analysts are expecting a monster Q4 report. The revenue consensus is around $65 billion, and that is a 6-7% year-over-year increase. They're looking at adjusted EPS of $1.52 per share. Now, we've seen incredible growth from $35 billion to over $65 billion in just a few quarters. However, there is caution in the air, as we've seen other Max 7 names sell off after strong earnings. With a trailing PE of 46, NVIDIA isn't cheap. But as we've seen on this channel before, growth like this often justifies a premium. Now, before we dive in, I just want to remind you guys of our 7-day free trial Patreon membership. And for only $15 a month with Market Mover, you get access to our Tickerflow AI app, which uses our AI-built application, which you can upload your charts and it can determine whether the stock is bullish, bearish, or neutral, and help you outperform the market. As well, every single Sunday, we drop our top 3 high alpha trades, including high momentum tickers, as well using their volatility and volume. We give exact entry levels, stop loss, as well as take profit zones. Now, NVIDIA has been seeing lots of volatility over the past couple of trading sessions, especially at this general zone of 190 to 194. And the company is expected to report earnings in 7 days. If you look here at the average earnings, they have been beating every single time they expected, and now we have overall an estimate of $1.52 per share. Now, if you scroll down here and actually look at the overall performance of the stock, year to date, it's up barely 0.13, less than 1%. It's underperforming the rest of the overall market. And if you look at the past couple of years, the stock is up 34%. Now, technicals are saying right now it's a strong buy, but analysts are also saying that it's a very strong buy with 1-year price targets coming in at $260, which would be a 37% increase from the current price action. Now, if you look at the actual price, NVIDIA has been having lots of resistance, like I said previously, at this level. And it makes sense because this was a prior swing high anchored VWAP where sellers came in. So this candle initiated the downward selling. So we anchored an overall VWAP to get the average price of entry of those market participants here. So sellers initiated positions exactly here. And then each single time that we try to get above it, they've been coming in more aggressive. So sellers came in here, sellers came in here, and the most recent was here on the 11th of February of 2026. Now, this made the stock decline, but you see here that every single time that we declined, we fell even, less, right? So this was the strongest decline. We found heavy sells at 182, and we dropped all the way down towards 172, which was the 200 EMA. We can see here with our custom algorithm that it's being detected that's still a buy on NVIDIA. We're still in a bullish trend on the longer term aspect. And the main reasoning to that is because we are holding key levels of support. Now, if you factor in this formation now on 179 that was formed yesterday, this could be interpreted as a higher high. So we have a low here that was formed, and then we have a higher low that was formed. So this could be the initiation of a broader uptrend here on NVIDIA. And we've seen that we actually gapped up above this swing high anchored VWAP current level. which is around 185 and 94 cents. Since we are trading above it now with 189, sellers are currently losing money and the buyers are looking to become more aggressive here. We see this extreme volume candle. If you look at shorter term time frames like the 5 minute, we see here that we did gap up and we're holding quite well, right? Buyers have been coming more intensely. We see that on the general candles right here on the bottom, we have been seeing, wicks towards the lower parts of the candle. This signifies buyer interest. And then we see this nice rally, right? So NVIDIA is doing quite well on the short-term time frame, and it's forming confluence with the longer-term time frame here. Now, if we look at the weekly to kind of get a bigger idea of NVIDIA, we obviously are still bullish. We're still being detected as bullish here by a trend algorithm. You can see here by our green indication. And the next area of overall resistance that could be encountered by NVIDIA, our price target would be towards the high here. So first it would be towards 211, 212, and I'm still going to maintain my price target towards $260. I do firmly believe that NVIDIA has the power to achieve that price target, especially as the financials have been increasing quite well over the past couple of sessions. All of analyst price targets have been increasing, as well as been seeing increased capex spending from the majority of the Max 7 names. So they're going to be using more NVIDIA chips, more processing to train these AI models. Now, if we look here as well towards another indicator, let's say the RSI. Now, if we look at an indicator like the RSI, even the RSI is forming a higher low. So we had this low that matched the overall low that was formed on this exact date. And then we had a higher low most recently that is matching this exact overall low that we formed, right? So this gives me confidence that we can move towards, 70 around here, and that would, trigger an upside move. And that's where we tend to sell off around 70 on the RSI. But now that we formed this low and now this higher low, I am firmly strong that NVIDIA is forming that new upward trend that could give buyers that sense of continuation towards these highs here of around 212 and then the final price target of 216 on NVIDIA. NVIDIA is still the undisputed king of AI, but earnings volatility is real. Now, are you buying more before the 25th, or are you waiting for the post-earnings dip? Drop your price prediction in the comment section below. I'll be replying to as many as I can. And if you found this video helpful, smash the like button and subscribe to Uplift Markets for the fastest updates on the stocks moving the needle. I'll see you guys in the next video.